doing? There's a pretty married lady. Eva Longoria's career has picked up heat faster than a sizzling August day in Hollywood, and she's certainly redefined the meaning of desperate.
It is after 3. Where the hell is Brie with my something new?
She picked up a Golden Globe nomination in Top Maxim's Hot 100 an unprecedented second time. Not bad for someone who never intended on being an actress in the first place. Then this summer, her Parisian nuptials to Tony Parker, the MVP point guard of her favorite team, the 2007 NBA champion San Antonio Spurs, was dubbed the wedding of the year. So tell me about the wedding. How good was it?
Oh, it was great. It was like beyond a fairy tale. Everything was great. There was no stress at all whatsoever.
I think I've been in 7 or 8 weddings now. You always hear there's stress, there's drama, but you're saying none of it.
None. I was totally stress-free. Both of us, we just really wanted to have a good time. We had an amazing wedding coordinator, so I'm sure she was really stressed. But I had no idea what was going on.
Now, what about Tony? How involved was he?
He was really actively involved in the beginning. As we got down closer to the wedding, they were in playoffs, and then they were in the finals, and then they won, and then he got MVP, and so he his attention got a little diverted from the wedding to NBA, which is totally fine, and I just kind of took the reins and finished it all.
I see you as someone who'd want to have a big family.
I do.
Do you want to do it soon?
I mean, I think children, you know, come when they're supposed to come, and we both believe that, and we both are really looking forward to it. But no, I'm not pregnant right now at this moment.
Because you and I were joking before we got on camera that you were telling a girlfriend, why would you date such a young guy? Why would you date a guy that's 23? And she's looking at you like...
Going, you did that.
Do you ever worry that the age difference will matter?
No, not at all. Not at all. Specifically because I'm very immature and he's very mature.
Tony, did you get that one?
Yeah,
okay.
So we really balance each other out. And I know everybody says that, but we truly do.
So the breakup before the marriage, you know, there was a little breakup. What was
there
that
was
all
not.
about? Oh, there was not?
No. It was not a breakup. No.
Okay.
No, just like any other couple, we went through a lot of talking about marriage because we wanted to be sure, and that's really what that time period was okay, it's been 2 years, what are we going to do? Because the love's always there. But sometimes you have to really make some hard decisions if you're not prepared for the commitment of marriage.
And again, you're speaking to a guy who's never been married before. Mm-hmm. And I know you were married
Wait,
once.
let's talk about that. Let's talk about Carlos. What's your
Conversations
dysfunction?
with Eva. All right, before we get into that, and that's a long show. That's a really good show, but that's a long show. Did you approach this marriage differently than you did the first?
Oh, God, absolutely. 100% differently. And I was really young. I was 25, and I didn't even know who I was, much less to share myself as a whole to someone else who I didn't even know the definition of me. So how am I supposed to figure out you and us at the same time? It was a really hard thing for me, being married the first time.
But just like her relationships, everything in Eva's life seems to just get better with age. In less than 10 years, Eva has achieved more than most actresses do in a lifetime by going from daytime drama queen on The Young and the Restless to primetime prima donna Gabrielle Solis on Desperate Housewives. What's been difficult for you in terms of managing and balancing fame?
Gosh, you know, I've actually had a pretty good time with all of it. I mean, I was older, for one thing, when this hit me. I was already turning 30 when Desperate Housewives exploded, and so I really feel that helped because I'm not a 21-year-old kind of still lost and trying to find out who I am, and then I get this wave of fame, and for me, it was very clear, this is my job. I don't want to be famous. I want to be a working actor, and people don't understand there's a big difference between fame and being an actor. It's very different.
Is it really true you really would be okay if you were a really good working actor, but I'm trying to think of a good example of this, but Catherine Keener. Mm-hmm. Really good working actor, but people don't know her like they know you. You really think you'd be okay with that?
No, of course, I'm not complaining. Nobody wants to hear a celebrity complain about fame.
Sure.
Fame helps you get the next job, but it's about getting the next job and doing what you love to do and being able to express yourself or your talent in a way you haven't done it yet. It's what we do. It's not who we are.
Do you feel like you've taken on kind of a larger role here in Hollywood for Latinos and Latinas? And I say this with no disrespect, but when I think about George Lopez, or as you call them the Lopezes, George, Mario, and Jennifer.
The Lopez family.
Right?
Yes.
And when I think about even Salma Hayek and others, I feel like you've just taken on a more public role.
Well, it's because of those people that I am able to do that. It's because Jennifer Lopez broke through with Selena, and it's because George Lopez was the first Latino, television show on ABC to succeed. It's because of Mario doing Saved by the Bell back in the day that we, had a face on television that was Latin. So it's because of all those people that I think I'm able to follow a path that is familiar.
When we first met 4 years ago, you were dropping clues all over the place about where your life would go. So I want to show you a little bit of that.
Oh my God.
And
Don't show me anything
One of us
embarrassing.
still looks good, by the way, in this, and unfortunately it's not me. But let's take a peek, and we're going to see what kind of clues you dropped. So 2003, you and I are getting together in Southern California. You remember her?
Look how young you look.
No, it's kind of bad.
I'm not even going to try to pronounce.
Kinesiology.
Kinesiology, which is?
Yay. Study of the body, study of muscles, movement. Similar to physical therapy, but it's more on the sports medicine side, exercise science side.
Oh my God.
I wanted to work for like an NFL team with sport injuries and more
Sports.
than that.
Watch where you
Side
go.
of it. Because I loved sports and I love athletes.
Now, who's your team? Are you Cowboys?
Cowboys.
Oh, okay. Now, what about basketball? Are you a Lakers fan?
See?
You see where you...
People always ask me if I was a Spurs fan.
Well, now
or
what-
Tony, and I'm like, yes, I was. There's proof.
Now watch what you did in 2004.
Who's asked you out?
I can't tell you that.
Yes, you can. You don't have to give his name, but you can describe him. Who was it?
I've had an athlete ask me out.
Ooh. Were you tempted?
No. Work.
So are you still enjoying being on Desperate Housewives season 4?
Can you believe it's season 4?
That's crazy.
I feel like we just did the pilot, and I was just talking to Marsha about this the other day, and I remember having a conversation with her, and she said, get ready for your life to change at the first table reading of the first episode. And I was like, my life's not going to change. Why would my life change? I mean, I was just happy to be working, happy to have a job. I was hoping we'd get picked up for 6 episodes.
Because Dragnet had just ended.
I know. And I was so sad about that. I was like, I wanted to be on Dragnet forever.
Things work out the way they should.
Blessings in disguise.
And Eva Longoria has made an art of dancing her way from one blessing to another.